We are excited to join you. Emuna is our future with the power of smiling. To smile is to make someone else's day, to show the full Hajjus Ponim, the full glory of a human face. And remember, this face that we're given is not our face, it's everyone's face, because this face, as Rabbi Victor Miller and Sadiq can bring down, is the concept of Reshus HaRabim. It's something which is public. Everyone sees your face unless you cover it up with a mask like we did during that awful pandemic. Baruch Hashem, now we can show our smile. Now we're in a situation where we can appreciate the smile. And this is the difference of this special time. I want to welcome you all to our double Emuna Tuesday. We're already after a wonderful live class with Rav Ralph Cohen as our surprise special guest from the Breslev.com staff. You can check him out on the website there. We hope to be bringing new content also on our podcast. Breslev Israel posting some of his audios and his amazing classes. He's ready to rock for us. And it's just a matter of us getting the team over there moving, thank God. Also, Emuna Tour 2022. We see a beautiful picture on the cover photo of this class of Rav Shalom Arush smiling. As we all know, and we mentioned in the class today, at 12 o'clock, the live feed, or 12:15 ended up being the idea, the power of smiling, and the power of Arush's smile. Shalom Arush is known as the Sara Chiyuch. It means the minister of smiles. This is the strength and ability. As he always says to me, Eli, smile. And as the Tour Rebbe said yesterday in our special Kabbalah's Kal, special meeting we had with him, like, well, please God offer Rav Arush in our trip during Chodesh Elul, Melech Besodeh, the king is in the field. It's an Indian by many Chassidim to go get a kavitl, give a letter of all your prayers and wishes for the new year to your Rebbe. So I went to the Tour Rebbe and he said, Marbe Chiyuch, someone who's increasing his Chiyuch, yeah, Harizeh Meshubach. Someone who's marbe in smiling, increases his smiling, this is what is to be praised. So we're praising joy and we're praising the smile. The smile can make someone's day, can communicate the love and affection that we have for each other. We have to all work on smiling on a daily level. And for me personally, it's not a natural thing. I wasn't trained that way. I grew up in England, no excuses, but it was a more like a different kind of culture there. Sorry if I look a bit schwitzy, it's just been really hot here in the Holy Land, thank God, which hopefully will warm up our hearts, our English hearts. For those who grew up in England, it's a bit cold. This year apparently was hot, so hopefully they got warmed up too. The idea is that we need to give over warmth, give over love, give over joy. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is Panei Menorah, where the face is a Panei. It's like a menorah, has two holes, the ears, for the eyes, for the nose. And then comes after the six branches, the mouth is the center. Everything's facing towards the mouth. And the mouth is what gives us the power to communicate, gives us the power to shine our joy and to connect. Communication is the key to connection and unity, community. Right now we're in Parsha Shoftim. Parsha Shoftim is the idea of Tasim HaMelech. We have to have a king. The king is, we know, is Melech Malchei HaMelachim, is the king himself, the true king of all kings, Hashem Yisbarach, the creator of the world. But he also gave us a mitzvah of bringing a Melech upon us. And the Melech we chose was David HaMelech, Malchus Beis David. It has to be a descendant from David HaMelech, from David the king. And it's someone who has that David Abdecha, that understanding of Avodah. And right now we're saying the Psalms of David, the David Hashem Uri. Hashem is our light, Hashem is our salvation. All these beautiful psukim and these Psalms, especially Psalm 27. And we sang it last time, maybe we'll sing it again. Achat shoalti, shialti miyos Hashem. Achat shoalti miyos Hashem. Osam b'vavakesh, shifti b'veis Hashem. Kawo yemei chayai, lachzos b'noya Hashem, levaker b'heikalo. Sing another Rosh Hashanah song before we blow the shofar. Zamru Elokim Zameru, Zamru L'Malkeinu Zameru, to our God. We'll sing. We're going to sing to our King. We'll sing. Zamru Elikim Zameru, Zamru L'Malkeinu Zameru. Sing to him. Zamru Elikim Zameru, Zamru L'Malkeinu Zameru, Zamru Elikim Zameru, Zamru L'Malkeinu Zameru, Zamru Elikim Zameru, Zamru L'Malkeinu Zameru. We can add another bit from the prayer service before we say Shemona Esrei. Should be a shield for all our children, the merit of our forefathers. Ezra Saviseinu Ata Me'yoilam, Ezra Saviseinu Ata Me'yoilam, Mokai Mashiach Elohim, Livnayim Achayim, Livnayim Achayim, Chol Davidom, Mokai Mashiach Elohim, Livnayim Achayim, Mokai Mashiach Elohim. In every generation, protect our children, protect our children, and all their children, every generation. Mokai Mashiach Elohim, Livnayim Achayim. One of the things I've noticed with Tzaddikim is they give over joy and happiness. So these special songs, Achash Alti from David HaMelech, and Mokai Mashiach Elohim, and also Zamru Elikim, also from David HaMelech, the king. So we see from the king that we put upon us is someone who's going to sing praise to Hashem, want to be close to Hashem. This is the king. This is the true leadership. Not the politicians, not the people who have self-interest, people who are looking for a higher cause, for a higher mission. This is the true leaders, especially with our generation. We see the recovery world, we see the Torah world, people who have a higher cause, have a higher purpose. Anyone watching, by the way, is welcome to give some feedback, some love, to share this, to remember that it's not just about us, community. We're here to make unity, to bring people together every week. Emunalive.com, we come. Baruch Hashem, we have the opportunity to do double Emunah, to strengthen us in the middle of the week with some joy, some energy, so we can go through the rest of the week with the right mindset, with the elevated level of Baruch Hashem we have of Arush's book. We're going to go into in a moment. A new light, continue on. Thank God. And we also get remembrance that not only did we say today about the importance of smiling, but also meeting the King. We have to meet the King, HaMelech. We meet the King, and then from the King we get the inspiration we need to be able to serve Hashem. Thank Rav Koenig for translating this and all that he does. Baruch Hashem. I mentioned today about Gedalia, Fence the Son. I'll be making, please God, a special Sefer Torah, special dedication to Rachman Daniel ben Gedalia. We also dedicate here in Yerushalayim to his wonderful son. The book that we're going to learn together is A New Light. And the pamphlet we had is Meeting with the King. So thank you for reminding me, Laura, because on YouTube we appreciate it. Appreciate the feedback, because we're not only dedicating this class to Gedalia, some also dedicating the full healing. Everybody needs it before. And we're also dedicating our learning together to our own refuahs nefesh, our own healing, because there's a lot of mental, not good situations right now. A mental crisis, they call it. There's a name for it, whatever they call it in the world. They like to label things, but what we have to do is do something about it, and that's with the joy. Mental health crisis, that's the word. Anyway, Hashem should save us from that. Let's dedicate to be rid of mental health issues, to be joyous, to radiate joy, as hard as things can get, as testing as things can be. So remember the power of smiling. So Hamelech, the king, reminds us, and we mentioned it today, Tom the Rebbe, who I met yesterday with my family. He gave us his honey, beautiful honeys. He gives each one of us a honey. And actually some of us he gave 2. My son, who handed out the honeys as like a gabbai, he gave him 2 as well. The idea is the honey is sweetening. Avinu Avarachaman. That's right. New Light is the book, and Meeting with the King is the book. Excellent. Thank you for your collaboration. That's what we need more. So the idea of meeting with the King, of relationship, is also in ourselves, our own being, because we have a moyach, a mind, and we have a lev, a heart, and we have a kaved, our kidneys. So the moyach is the idea of machshav, how we think about things, and the lev is emotions, and the idea of our love and our fear and all the emotions. And then we have the concept, and also connects into dibur, and then we have the idea of action. The kidneys is our drives. So what we have to do is elevate all the parts of our being, the moyach, the heart, and the drives, everything. And how do we do it? Moyach shola olalev. The mind needs to rule over the body. It has to be done with strength. It has to be done with choice. Machshava is the same as osius as simcha, with the base. Machshava basimcha. The idea of basimcha, being happy, goes together with thought. And this is a knowing concept, but the concept is choosing it constantly, consistently, training ourselves to choose and choose every moment, again and again. And this book, when we learn the power of will, intentions, strengthens our ability to choose right. We're going to talk about that. Praying strengthens our ability to choose right. It trains us to choose again Hashem, choose again good things, choose what's in Hashem, choose the will of God, choose kindness, choose love, choose joy, choose, again, train ourselves. Not like the media is trying to train us into fear, into negativity, into jealousy, into all these negative things, to move all that negativity, purify ourselves. Elul Zaman, with mikveh, purifying time, 40 days, 40 say. It's the time to purify our hearts, like Tabra Lekim Ruach Nachan Chadesh B'Kirbi. Maybe we'll sing that. Hashem should, or maybe Talibain and Avta Chavemis. Talibainu Yavta Chavemis. Talibainu Yavta Chavemis. Talibainu Yavta Chavemis. Purify our heart with truth. Then we can say, Kodesh Baruchu, Anachnu Orim Oscha. We love you, Kodesh Baruch, we love you. Kodesh Baruchu, Anachnu Orim Oscha. Kadosh Baruch Hu, Nachnu Orim Otcha, B'tzara Libeinu, Avdecha Be'emes. Purify our hearts. So we have to want that purity. We have to tune into it. It's important we have the merit to sing, together. Chodesh Elul, Melech Basada, Kings in the Field, Meeting with the King. So let's learn a little bit of New Light. Let's get into the book. We're going to go to page 375, okay? So bear with me as we go into the Garden of Yearning, as it's called here, and Will. The Garden of Yearning and Will. A wonderful gift. The simple advice is a wonderful gift and a sweet way to gain saving of minutes that will add up to hours of intentions. So everything we said before about adding on to feelers and prayers and accumulative. It's accumulative, and there's also, I can't remember that word that Tony Robbins all the time uses when he comes to investments, but it's the P word, whatever it is. But it creates tremendous increase in bountifulness, abundance. There's enough good words that will fill that space. When your intentions gain strength and increase, they will bear wonderful fruits. So it's possible to bring about and hasten every salvation. Because every salvation we need is referred to in one place or another in the Siddur at least once. Like we're just singing. A lot of the beautiful songs all come from the Siddur. From the Machzor, you can get the Machzor, we just put it up. For Rosh Hashanah, get your special Siddurs. You can order them now, hopefully in time for Yom Tov. If you order it now, special price. When you take note of these places and invest a little extra time in the Siddur, you will engage in great amounts of prayer and you will bring about salvation. So in a regular Siddur, daily Siddur, Rabbi Nachman once made a wonderful statement. I know there are people who've written, underlined. I personally, when I started praying and in a serious way, I started learning books. Like Schwab has a book on Tefillah, and the Breslov Svarim have a book on Tefillah, and you have to really learn. Ani Tefillah, there's a book called Ani Tefillah, I Am Tefillah. There's a book from many Svarim I learned on Tefillah, just to really immerse yourself. I learned the Tanakh in the Bible. It sounds funny calling it that. But if you go to Psalms or Tehillim, and there's Perushim, there's Rashi and Mefarshim, yeah, you can learn about David HaMelech. So Rabbi Nachman, Rabbi Nachman Feigo, Rabbi Nachman Simcha, once made a wonderful statement. Hearing a person was rectifying the evening prayer, quickly say the word, rectify us with good counsel. Yeah, I mean this one, yeah, thank God. I remember learning this back in the day in Sichas Aran from Rabbi Nachman, Rabbi Nosson, his Talmud. In Sichas Aran, we learn the idea of in Hashkivenu, we say it every night, special prayer before we daven Shemona Esrei, and also before we go to sleep. Hashem should let us down, peacefully, the Shalom. It says over there, that Hashem, the translation is, rectify us with good counsel before you. So tova, this good advice. Yeah, I'd rather use the word advice. I think advice is the word. Counsel, I don't know, counsel. Yeah, also means the same kind of thing, but advice is the big word that Rabbi Nachman is quoted for in English. And sadly, most people recite the entire prayer. Rabbi Nachman told a student standing next to him, do you see how quickly he says the words, rectify us quickly with good counsel? We need to say these words with great inspiration and very deep feeling. From the depths of our heart, it's very precious prayer because we deeply need to beseech Hashem. May He be blessed for His compassion, so that Hashem, may He be blessed, will give us good counsel, good advice, and we will know how to act. Yes, from Sichas Haran. Check it out in Sichas Haran 238. Beautiful statement from Rabbi Nachman telling his student. So we need to say these words with great inspiration. Hashem, give us counsel, good advice. Think about it. Every business deal, every meeting, every connection with a person, you need good advice. Your mind needs to be inspired in the right direction. This morning, my mind was not in the right direction, and Shem forgive me, God forbid me. Instead of being besimcha and smiling, it created a whole negative energy in our house. And if I'd had the right advice in my head, and I would have said the right words, it would have been an amazing beginning to another day of life. And the whole day now is about, I mean, this is the power of tshuva, thank God, but it's rectifying how we began the day. And it's better to begin the day positively. So we need to ask Hashem again and again. Give me the right advice. I talk to my wife and my children in the right way and respect them. And even if they're going through difficulties, to be understanding and sympathetic. And Hashem, give us the advice. Think about it, guys. Yeah, right now, Tolna's calling me. The shul, so I apologize on the if there's any interruption on the Facebook live feed. Thank God everything's working good. We shouldn't forget to thank Hashem for the new internet that we mentioned last week. Updated everything here. And remind ourselves the pillar behind me. Smile and the whole world smiles with you. I don't know if you see it on Facebook. Let's bring it closer. Smile and the whole world smiles with you. Hashem. Also, someone just wished me Mazel Tov. We're making up a mitzvah in Chodesh Teves, but we have to book the venue and announce it to all our friends outside of the country. And so if anyone's here in January 2023, near the end, and they want to come celebrate, my last son, my youngest son, Shmuel Zalman Mordechai, will be having a bar mitzvah. I'm sure we'll mention it nearer to the time together, please God. We get there healthily in the new year. Ba'aleinu l'tova. Should be able to make simchas together. Thank God people are wishing us Mazel Tov. A lot of good energy already coming through. Appreciate all the love. Thank you. And hugs. One of my students told me that he was deeply inspired by this advice. We dedicate this class also to my son's success, making it to the bar mitzvah. Every time he's uncertain and seeks counsel, we go to a place where there are many congregations, one after such as Shtibelach or the Kotel. Please God, we're going to do a special ceremony at the Kotel on the Sunday of his bar mitzvah. Be able to put the fill-in on there. And we'll also be hopefully having a kiddush and we need a lot of chef, a lot of abundance. So, anyone who's partnering and wants to help, specifically Emunalive.com, or reach out to me, You Hashem, and making simchas. He begins tomorrow with one of the congregations, and as the word rectifies for good counts before you, he goes off to the side and recites it at length for a few minutes to an hour or more. Wow. A whole hour just saying a few words to Hashem. Like Rav Arush, Teini Emuna. Thank you, Rabbi, and blessings. Amen. Yeah, in accordance with the amount of time he has the urgency of the topic. When his time comes, he easily finds another creation which to recite the Shemona Esrei. It's a wonderful idea that can help everyone earn hours of intention and prayers. So of scrolling and losing precious words and precious requests in the flow of prayer, everyone can spend an extra few minutes and build himself a savings account of tens of thousands of prayers. Maybe Laura, what's the word when you don't, I have to Google it or something, but when you put money, compound, that's the word, it's not even with a P, compound interest. It grows and grows. So the same with tefillah and prayer. When you invest time in prayer, it has interest. It's a bank account of spirituality, and the soul is being fed. Remember, you have to nourish your soul. People are very busy, foodies and nourishing the body, and we try emotionally, speak to a therapist, nourish the soul, speak to people we love. We have to nourish the soul in all ways, by talking to Hashem, by learning Torah, by feeding the soul. Otherwise it's malnourished. Remember, we acted it out last time, what the soul goes through on the Shabbos. You can check that class out. But if we don't nourish the soul, it's starving. Imagine someone who never even thought about the soul their whole life. They're like, what they were called, agnostic, atheist, God forbid, or they just never had that experience, seemingly. So that kind of person, how malnourished the soul is. Like, you think of starving people, you see the bones and the whole, that's how the soul must feel, We haven't really paid attention. We have to feed it daily by learning and prayer. Acts of kindness. People are learning right now. Talmud Devor. I want to make a friend's Shalom on advice. So I saw he started giving class again. I didn't just watch the class. I sent him an email. You guys have got my information in the description. You can reach out. You can give me some encouragement. You can join the Emuna Tour. Act. It's about action. Taking these words, and they should affect our life. The constant tefillah, the constant prayer. Rav Arush teaches. Till our answer Tolna just keeps calling. Anyway, let's sing. We're going to sing a song about family. This is my own song. I'm going to go down a little bit to get up. Time of tshuva, repentance. Time of smiling. Think about the darkness that we turn to light. The song was originally written about a girl that meant Prince William's birthday party in London. Her name was Emily. Changed it to family. And I started keeping Torah mitzvahs. And I realized what the priority is, family. So we should take all those drives. Remember, Moyach Sholet al Alev on the heart and on the drives, and turn it into soulful energy, soulful music, Emuna music, unity music. We've been considering all of us without the essence of simple trust. All the hassles we won't see, sharing, laughing eternally. Oh, relationships and situations, thinking, conversationships and sensual thoughts that have to be forgiven. No more flooding mind of casual decision. Body language is where our heart used to lay. You never see us down, family. We'll always be around, family. You never see us down, family. Always be around. Give a kind word, family. Eternally, they're always going to be there for you, the family, the real family. Family. keep our hearts of love and fear, play a wholesome tune. Take a look around and see, oh, what it needs your smile. Relationships and sensual thoughts have been forgiven. No more flooding mind, no more flooding mind. Smile away the pain, smile away the gray, smile away the day. We'll always be around, family. You'll never see us down. Open your mind to see the place, endless loving song. Open the heart to feel the day, eternity. Open yourself to know the way, to see the place, to feel the day. Eternity with family, eternity, smiling family. And we had healing vibrations last week. Why smile? Someone wrote. Fake it till you make it. That's what Dr. Benjamin Klempner said. It starts to impact your life, impacts your feelings. Smile. It's healthy. It releases dopamine. There's so many reasons to smile. The fact you're alive, you should smile. Good questions, thank you. Smile for all, to lift up our spirits, exactly. If you need a spirit, make a l'chaim and smile. Smile when you see the blue sky, you see a beautiful flower, butterfly. You breathe in. You see another person smile. You see love. Oh, yeah, the Baal Shem Tov says, Holy Tzaddik, righteous, gives us the advice. When you're smiling, heaven will smile with you. When you let go of all the disappointments and all the pain, heaven will smile with you, and life will start to flow. It'll be more of a flow. I have 3 podcasts. Emuna's our future here. Sharing this is God. Unity podcast, Unity Flow. It's all about getting into the flow. To let go, to flow. Relationship podcast is a little bit more harder sometimes. Relationship flow. How about relationships flow? Family. We should be blessed. A beautiful rest of the week. It's Pasha Shoftim. Thank you for joining us. Keep sharing the Emuna love, Emuna joy, Emuna prayers, Emunalive.com partner. The Emuna Tour, please God, keep praying. We're just waiting for one person to decide. The Rav said he gives us full blessing. Rabbani, blessing. Havdai now got the blessing. One person has made a bottleneck, and Hashem's going to open it up. It's going to be Shefa. It's going to pour upon us in the new year. Hopefully by next week, we'll announce fully if the tour's going ahead or not, because we need that head up, heads up. Yeah, exactly. We definitely misunderstood. We have to keep praying for joy, for clarity, for knowledge. We go back to the previous class, we talk about knowledge. We have to put the time in. Hours and hours of prayer to turn around. How many hours have we put before we can need hours of prayer have we put into what it means to connect to Hashem Yisrael, the creator of the world, the Almighty himself. How many hours, how many days, how many moments of focus and love in our relationship with God have we put in? And once we've done that, then we can start, like Moshe Rabbeinu, then we can start having discussions with God for higher flow. Oh Hashem, everyone should be Sliach, successful, Unity bookings, all the good things. Thank you too, I appreciate it. Yes, Hashem gives us Torah and life. So much to thank Hashem for. Maybe we'll just sing one song to thank Hashem before we end the class. Tov, 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 Lo'edes Hashem, Zamer L'Shimcho Elyon. It's good to thank Hashem. Adam Arush, the first man, wrote the song. After he fell, he had a hard time, he thanked Hashem. Through thanking Hashem, we need to believe in the power of thanking Hashem more. Thanking God. Tov, 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 Lo'edes Hashem, Zamer L'Shimcho Elyon. Hakim b'boker chastecha, b'boker chastecha. Yemunascha b'leilos, v'yemunascha b'leilos. Hakim b'boker chastecha, b'boker chastecha. We thank Hashem in the morning when it's all good, and all the kindness and light is there. And we have Emuna in the night. What's the best thing about Emuna? We have faith in the night, true faith, belief, and intrinsic belief. Bottom line, we thank Hashem there also. And it's difficult and hard. Tov, 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 Lo'edes Hashem, Zamer L'Shimcho Elyon. Come on Facebook, however, the YouTube guys are really being a good support group right now. Communal energy. Love it. Tov, 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 Lo'edes Hashem, Zamer L'Shimcho Elyon. Hakim b'boker chastecha, b'boker chastecha. We have to fight it with a smile. Great saying. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Amazing. We're singing a song from David HaMelech, from Adam Arush, the first man. We're connected in United Souls. Check it out. Part 20 of my book, United Souls, is in the link below. Check it out. Subscribe every 2 weeks or so. All these links we're updating every 2 weeks. This is a weekly double Emuna Tuesday. Thank God. Be blessed. Have a beautiful week. Thank you. Thank you all. Love you all. Keep sharing joy.